On the outskirts of Salamanca, New York, is an old stone building that dates back to at least the late 1800s. At first appearance, it appears to be a quaint old home and is one of the oldest and longest standing buildings in the area. This old building has changed hands early in its life, becoming a sanitarium and bathhouse. Then it was forced to become a tuberculosis center. Death and despair became common in the building, and today it seems to have a life and energy of its own. The building was purchased by Dr. Perry and Dr. Henderson, who first opened it as Sunnyside Sanitarium and Bathhouse, specializing in osteopathy therapy as well as medical help for drug addiction and alcoholism in 1906. It was the first of its kind in the state of New York. A sign dated 1909 on the property reads, "The sanitarium and bathhouse is now open and for the treatment of all conditions except infectious and contagious diseases. We have endeavored to make the conditions inside the house as pleasant as possible and will try to give each patient individual attention." What the sign doesn't say, though, is that the bathhouse was not a luxury spa, but a place where patients were reportedly subjected to electric baths. What they called osteopathic infirmary left too much open to interpretation. During the tuberculosis epidemic, the sanitarium and bathhouse was forced to become a TB clinic. When the nation's crisis was under control, it reopened as an osteopathic hospital clinic and offered holistic and natural healing, using therapies such as UV light, electric battery baths, and bone stretching. With the TB scare, though, the clinic didn't remain open long. By 1946, both Dr. Perry and Dr. Henderson had moved on and coincidentally died that same year. Dr. Henderson was 70 years old, but Dr. Perry was only 56. After the sanitarium's closure, the building was transformed into apartments for a short time, but it seemed no one stayed long. Soon, it was completely abandoned and decaying. In 2017, the current owner fell in love with the old building and bought it. As renovations began, construction crews as well as the owner began experiencing a variety of strange occurrences, like strange whispers coming from the walls and seeing figures in white lab coats walking in the halls. People visiting have reported being touched, scratched, and even pushed. One of the most famous spirits said to remain is Tommy. It is unclear if Tommy was a patient of the infirmary or was admitted when it was a TB clinic. In his room, people have reported shadow figures and strange voices. Another hotspot is said to be Linda's room, also known as the doll room. Many people believe the activity here is from a middle-aged woman named Linda that is said to have died inside the building after suffering extreme burns on her legs from an overturned kerosene lamp. Even though the building has seen many deaths in its lifetime, one particular death seems to have caused a strange phenomenon. According to the owner, one of the patients hung himself near a window on the second floor. The same location now attracts swarms of flies that no matter what is done to get rid of them, they always return. There have been numerous reports of a dark entity that lingers here. Many people have reported feeling a sense of dread or have claimed to feel something cold and aggressive gripping their shoulders. Some have even reported a scratching sensation on their chest. It is commonly believed this entity has trapped some of the innocent spirits who passed within these walls. There are also countless reports of lights and shadow play moving through the many rooms of the building. Many people have also reported seeing floating orbs of light with their naked eye. It is common belief that Dr. Henderson and Dr. Perry have returned to the building where they had the power to hold human lives captive from the world, even though neither died while still working at the sanitarium. Records indicate that the doctors had sent out advertisements offering a reward of $15, which is equivalent to $400 today, to anyone who could help facilitate the admission of a patient to the ward. Their ad said that no illness was too extreme for their expert care, and even stated they positively guaranteed a perfect and absolute cure.